Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, was released in 1989 and was directed by Rob Hedden, starring Jensen Daggett, Scott Reeves, and Kane Hodder as Jason Voorhees. Jason Takes Manhattan is a film that I'm a bit conflicted with. On one hand, I do have nostalgia for this film. It was one of the first films I saw in the theater as a kid. But on the other hand, there's a lot of issues I have with the film. And it's not just a couple of issues here and there, like with The New Blood. It's several big issues that really make this film one of the lesser in the franchise for me. As far as what I liked, Kane Hodder back as Jason is awesome. I really like his take on Jason, and I also like the fact that we get a bit more humor from this Jason. And although I do like the design of Jason overall, there's one aspect that I have a major issue with, and that's the unmasked version. There's something about it that just looks unfinished about it. I do feel like there's a few memorable kills, like the kill on the dance floor, where Jason can now teleport. I also like the hot sauna kill, as well as Julius getting his head punched off. And we gotta give Julius his props. He went toe-to-toe with Jason, and it's one of the more memorable kills in the franchise. I do love it when Jason is right in the middle of Times Square, New York. Unfortunately, that's where my positives end. I don't find any of the characters to be likable or interesting. Rennie isn't a character that I necessarily like or dislike. She's just kind of there. We have random side plots, like with the student Tamara trying to blackmail a teacher. We also have a teleporting Jason, so that's a thing. But my biggest beef with this film is the fact that we don't actually get to see Jason in New York until about an hour into the film. And even with that, it's only a few shots in Times Square, and that's it. Most of the film takes place on a boat, or in these obviously staged sets that are supposed to be back alleys in New York. And then there's the connection between Rennie and Jason. This whole thing is a mess and makes no sense. When she got pushed into that lake, how was Jason down there to be able to pull her under the water? And she continually has these visions of Jason on the boat, like she has this kind of mental connection with Jason. It doesn't fit the story or the character. And then there's the ending itself, where they're in the sewer and Jason is killed by the toxic waste. And when he's killed, he reverts back to his child self. It makes no sense. Plus, when we get these visions of Jason, he looks nothing like he does in the original film, which is why I have to give Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, a very low weekend rental. I really want to like this film, but it just doesn't work for me. From the lack of anything happening in New York, to the storyline that makes no sense between Rennie and Jason, along with characters that I don't really care about, make this a film that I don't revisit very often. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel even more, get your name in the opening credits along with some other awesome perks, become a Patreon today. Link is down in the description below. Thank you so much for coming by, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Yo, man, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.